Hi, I'm Kathy Barker from Software Solutions, and I was sitting back this morning and I was thinking, what could I do a video about that's been really useful to me recently? And the thing I came up with was Windows Dictate. Now, whether you got Windows 10 or Windows 11, the two most popular sort of Windows versions out there at the moment, you can use Windows Dictate just by holding the Windows logo key on your keyboard and pressing the letter H. So why would you use Windows Dictate? To save you time. I'll give you an example. I recently had an agreement given to me. It was an agreement made quite some years ago, and so the electronic copy of that agreement had long gone. And all I had was a hard copy of 13 pages. So I was looking at a couple of hours of serious typing. Not too bad. I come from a touch typing, you can probably tell by my age, I come from a touch typing background. But despite that, it's still time that I could spend doing better things. So I thought rather than spend a few hours typing up this 13-page document, I would press Windows H and I'd ask Windows to type what I dictate. And it allowed me to just rest back in my chair and just read out the document while it typed it for me. And it gave me the opportunity, which was the added bonus, of actually getting a time to read and understand the document as well as getting it typed for me. So I'd like to spend a little bit of time showing you how Windows Dictate works, the voice commands that you can use to get the most out of this feature, because I truly believe it's going to save a lot of you time. The first thing I'd want to do is I'd start Windows Dictate, holding the Windows logo key on your keyboard and pressing the letter H. Now you can see that Windows Dictate has started immediately. So I just start verbalizing what I want it to type. I can move it out of the way. And it will literally just start typing whatever I say. To stop typing, I can click this icon here, or I could just press Windows logo key and H. There are some settings in here that you can look at. And I'll leave that with you. So I'm just going to give you a wee demo of what it is that you can do in terms of some of the voice commands. So I'm going to turn on the microphone. The Adventures of Pippin, the Small Penguin. New line. A Tale from New Zealand. Erase that. A Tale from New Zealand, backspace. New line. New line. Once upon a time, comma, in the picturesque landscapes of New Zealand, comma, there lived a small and curious penguin named Pippin, new paragraph. Unlike his peers, Pippin had a penchant for adventure and a spirit that was as boundless as the ocean waves that crashed against the rocky shores of his home. Pause voice mode. So you notice there was a few things I mentioned there. There was new line, there was new paragraph, there was comma. And you can even say the word full stop if it doesn't give you a full stop. Let's look a little bit further. Also notice that when I said pause voice mode, for me it actually stopped it. So I'm going to start voice mode again. Pippin belonged to the little penguin. Erase that. Pippa belonged to the little blue penguin species, also known as korora in Māori. Erase that. Delete that. Delete that. Pause voice mode. At this point, because it's a Māori word and it's still learning, I would actually put this in myself. So you can in fact stop it and start it at any point that you like. Or sometimes I just sit there and I just say it all and just warts and all, mistakes and all, and I'll come back and fix it later when I proofread it, which is not a bad approach as well. But let's start it again. New paragraph. These diminutive creatures, the smallest of all penguin species, were native to New Zealand's coastal regions, full stop. Pippin's colony resided in a hidden cove surrounded by lush greenery and towering cliffs that provided shelter from the harsh winds of the Tasman Sea, full stop. Press backspace. Backspace. Erase that. The Tasman Sea, full stop. Insert space. Insert space. Press space. New paragraph. Press tab. Press tab. From a young age, Pippin was captivated by the tales of far-off lands and daring exploits, recounted by the elder penguins during long winter nights. His favourite story is that of the great explorer, Captain Coupe. Ignore that. New paragraph. Comma. Testing 1, 2, 3. Backspace. Question mark. Press backspace. Exclamation mark. Press backspace. Full stop. Press backspace. Open quote. Close quote. Stop dictation. So those are a few of the things that you can use when you use Windows Dictate. Next time you have to type a rather large document and you've only got a hard copy to work with, maybe don't consider typing it. Maybe consider resting back in your chair and reading it to Microsoft Dictate. This will give you an opportunity to understand the document and then later go back through the document and just review it and proof it and fix and change any mistakes that it may have made. It is still a time saver. It's not perfect, but it's most definitely a time saver. So I hope you enjoyed that little session. See you soon.